Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Sonic the Hedgehog here, and I'm Mario here. We are back for some more yet again for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Let's Play of Mario Kart 7 for the Nintendo 3DS. Excuse me, I really do apologize for that. So anyways, last time we did manage to tackle through buddy forms of the Flower Cup, and today for this episode is the fact that we are about to get things started buddy forms of the next cup in the game, and that will have to be the Star Cup. So yeah, if you probably did not know already at this point in time, is the fact that, as you can tell, my voice is exactly pretty much gotten worse for today, but even then, I'm still pretty much alright and such, but either way though, unfortunately though, that might be the case around here. So anyways, let's get this thing started right here. And of course, we'll get things straight by the forms of 150cc especially. And the character choice for this time around though is that... Okay, quick error right there, sorry about that. So anyways though, the character choice in the Special Cup, or the Star Cup I should say, is the fact that I'm pursuing next of all we're going to be selecting though, and that will have to be Wario. The old greedy Wario looking, well, greedy rich guy. So, anyways, as for card combinations, we're going to be able to select blue 7, and tires wise we can select, I would say red monster this time. And especially noticeable with the glider, it will be the gasoline glider. So anyways, let's get this thing going. And here we go, on to the forms of the Star Cup. So the tracks consist of, they actually include in this cup, which we have Piranha Pipeway, Wario's Galleon, Koopa City, and finally Wuhu Mountain Loop. So even then though, out of all the cups in this game in particular, between the, depends on what version you'll be getting, but in forms of, you know, the European version or the UK version, or especially noticeable with the North American version, I think as well as that, this might actually be the only cup in the game to actually feature the different names in between each country. So, for instance, for example, the first track in this particular cup, and that is the forms of, well, for Star Cup anyway in Mario Kart 7, which we have, well, Piranha Slide, or in this case, Piranha Pipeway, for those who live in the UK, and especially noticeable in Europe. So, yeah, you're going to be hearing our voices. It's gone pretty terrible in this video, but when we get to the next video and onwards, we're expected that we could able to make ourselves better. So either way though, that's just for this specific video alone. So, yeah, for Piranha Pipeway, as we expected, for those of you who ever played Mario Kart 8 / Mario Kart 8 Deluxe before, that track will make a return in that particular game. So, yeah, as you probably expected also. So, yeah, this cup is this particular track rather, is actually pretty interesting because not only do it actually features buddy forms of like several Piranha plants, especially with sewers, or in this case some sewer sections that they can actually come across into, but also how the fact of the matter is though is the fact that this entire level is going to be, oh wow, that was really bad. So, yeah, you probably guessed it by this point right now that, yeah. So, obviously today was actually forms of the 12th of December in 2018, so naturally we've only got ourselves 13 more days to go, which, fundamentally though, Mario, that we've gone so close, before Christmas time it starts to shine. Yeah, which is convenient, but hey. Of course you do need to watch out for Piranha plants, obviously, because obviously if you get hit by these Piranha plants, then, well, you expect that you're gonna get spin out, or in this case, knocked out, so... yeah, you get the idea, as far as this particular track goes. So, one thing I should probably mention right from the start, though, is the fact that, this might actually be the only time, well, to be more specifically by the forms of the actual ranking system and all that stuff, be more accurately, grinding for more points, system, like going from first place all the way up to 8th. Luckily though, there was no 0 point system, so naturally there's only 1 point in the forms of in, you know, in the 8th place position. So that's pretty cool and interesting to notice. And yeah, we got screwed over by the forms of the Blue Spanish show, which is a massive letdown. But on the other hand, we did also got knocked out by the forms of the Piranha Plant, so that's really ludicrous, I have to say. Well, good thing for us though is the fact that we actually got ourselves glorious super mushroom with us, so naturally speaking, that we've actually claimed first place. Yeah, that should be pretty, well, as you might expect it to. But again, we do apologize by the form, so the commentary has gone a little bit more gloomy for today, just because, you know, our voices has gone pretty bad recently. But don't worry, when we get to the later videos, especially towards the end of this Let's Play, our voices should be a lot more better than the likes of this video was. At least, you know, that was the only time. So the next course in the Star Cup department, and that will have to be forms of Wario's own stage, by the forms of Wario's Galleon, in this case in North America, Wario's Shipyard. So because of that, we're going to be spending most of our time in the underwater segments from time to time, and also by the forms about the fact that we can able to actually explore the actual shipwrecks as a result of that too. So, if one thing is kind of annoying throughout for today, also, that not only did our voices go pretty bad during today, but also by the forms of the lack of, you know, the lack of Super Smash Bros. Unlocking all the character series for now, because we did manage to done several clips before on our own time, just to prepare for editing software is concerned. But unfortunately though, we've accidentally just missed out one character in the forms of the unlockable character video at this rate, and that will have to be Villager. So naturally speaking, that the series has been ended. So I really do apologize for the forms about the fact that we accidentally delete everything about this, because, well, there's just only one specific recording session that we accidentally missed out on. So, but if we did manage to able to record everything about that, then we could able to actually just manage to finish off the forms of the unlockable character series by the forms of Super Smash Bros. In that case. But unfortunately though, that's not going to happen, I'm afraid, so sorry guys for able to actually just realize about the forms of the upcoming video at the specific Christmas Eve that time, but unfortunately though, that we kind of fell a little bit too laggy, and plus also still pretty much rusty when it comes to like lack of uploads and all that stuff. But either way though, that's as far as you might as well consider this for this fact. So, anyway. So, another thing that's worth mentioning though, is the fact that, well, I think, oops, shoot. Speaking of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, this is another reason why how the fact that we actually haven't uploaded any videos for several days or something like that, even though we're still uploading these kinds of videos even throughout the whole day. The reason being for that is because we've recently managed to play ourselves Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch, and as far as for our first impressions of the game, I actually really enjoyed the game, even way more than the forms of, well, for basically in every single installment for this point now, because for one thing, the visuals do look absolutely beautiful, especially noticeable by the forms of like, you know, they managed to able to remake most of the past stages by the forms of Super Smash Bros. 64, all the way up to Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 3DS / Nintendo Wii U, and my god, the visuals do look absolutely gorgeous, and as a result, it just makes it look like the best looking Nintendo Switch game I've ever seen in my whole entire life, alongside with the forms of like, you know, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and especially noticeable with Super Mario Odyssey. Do we say Super Mario Odyssey or something? I'm pretty sure. So anyways though, here's the forms of the next track in this particular Star Cup, and that will have to be forms of Koopa City, also known as Neo Bowser City, for those who lived in North America. And fundamentally though, this track will definitely make its return in the forms of Mario Kart 8 / Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, by the forms of the DLC content. Well, mind you, in the forms of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that you now actually get that track from the start now, and making tons of turns here and there is actually a lot easier in Mario Kart 7 than the likes of Mario Kart 8's variation, in my opinion. This is most likely because of how the fact that depends on what class you're in. I always found myself to actually have myself a hard time trying to able to actually maneuver your vehicles into its different spots, so that's my only gripe about it. But either way though, Sonic, that's besides the point. And Yeah, there's not much else to really say about this other than that, folks, because other than the forms of our throat issues, or in this case our voice is gone pretty much bad for today. As I said this countless amount of times in the very beginning of the video, and as far as I'm aware, we're still doing so well by the forms of not only some video views total, but also by the forms of subscribe count as well. But I can assure that this might actually be one of the more disappointing parts of Let's Play of Mario Kart 7 in general. Yeah, I gotta have to admit it though, Sonic. I gotta have to admit it that. I think the only solution I can really think of is the fact that I need to able to constantly drink some water until I'm able to actually just make our voices better. Which, as far as I'm aware, we did try to test this out, but unfortunately though, that I just can't seem to able to make this thing working or something. So, anyways though, so one thing that should probably be worth mentioning though is the fact that, oh, you gotta be kidding me, we got shocked by the lightning. And I just realized about something, Sonic, is the fact that, what is it? Most of these opponents did manage to go further back compared to us. Okay, sounds pretty promising altogether. Yeah, I think it's most notably because there are quite a few hazards here and there, like for instance sharp turns, which you do need to able to put up with a quicker, better timing aspect about this particular that specific stage. And also the puddles ever since in Luigi's Circuit, ever since in Mario Kart Super Circuits, Luigi's Circuit counterparts, but either way though, that's as far as we think. Alright, so we're moving on to the forms of the final track in the forms of in Star Cup, and that will have to be the returning of this particular location that we're familiar with ever since in Flower Cup, but this time is the forms of Maka Mountain Loop, also known as Nuki Yahoo. I think that's what this stage is actually known as in North America version anyway. And still has the exact same music theme ever since in the forms of the other stage, so at least it's pretty cool to say. Oh my lord, Princess Peach is almost gonna charge right at us. Yeah, I know that, Mario, because either way, yeah. I should probably forgot to mention about this actually is the fact that between the previous track that we did done back in Flower Cup, and especially noticeable with this track, and especially noticeable by the forms of the final main cup in the game, by the forms of like, well, I would say special cup if you will. When we get to the final stage, in the forms of in the normal Mario Kart 7 stages, as you can tell, that most of these racetracks doesn't usually go laps, instead it was actually sections this time, so there's a little bit more of an interesting, twists and turns here and there, especially noticeable how the fact that how different the track's just being laid out with, so even then, it seems pretty cool nonetheless, and we did that pretty terrible as well, beyond that. I think to me though, the only track I was not even good at though for the most part, and that will have to be by the forms of that, this track itself, and oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, we're doing so bad. But then again, one thing is kind of worth mentioning though is the fact that these boulders were able to disrupt you, so I think that's the only solution, so anyways, we got ourselves a lightning strike, so again, we're a little bit nitpicky at this point, or in this case rambling at this rate of time, but either way though, even then, as far as I'm aware, we did that so well in the beginning, but in the very end though, it's not so great. So as a result, we'll let, who's in the lead I wonder? Oh, I'm guessing it might actually be Luigi that managed to claim this victory, so, what a miserable run. But, do we still able to reach to first place? Yeah, we're still in first place though, so don't worry. So, as a result though, on the other hand though, I'm stuck at this stage. I think the only solution about this is because, well, the boulders didn't, again, I do apologize for the forms of the lack of, dialogue, especially with commentary and stuff like that, just because, our voice is going pretty crap these days. But anyways though, so the award ceremony goes to, Donkey Kong, he was in 3rd place, Luigi, he was in 2nd place, and Wario, he's now 1st place. So, how about that? And as far as the ranking is concerned, we've only just got 1 star just because of the terrible ending, so... But we still managed to able to actually get ourselves our current ranking. I believe it's actually 2 stars, kind of think about it. But either way though, that's as far as I can usually say about this. So anyways though, we got the endings off at this point right there. So join us next time of the forms of our Let's Play of Mario Kart 7. Is the fact that we are about to be getting things started by the forms of the next cup in the game, Special Cup. So see you guys next time. Later fellas. Yeah, see you guys then.